Hey guys, welcome back to Advanced Bass Fishing, and appreciate you guys swinging by the channel today. And we're going to be talking about how much tackle you need to carry when you go fishing. You know, in the boat, we're talking about primarily boat. We're not really talking about bank fishing or anything. But how many rod and reels, how much tackle you need, because I can tell you for sure, because I've experimented with both, if you've got too much tackle or not enough tackle, it can be a negative in your fishing. So I want to give you guys sort of what the happy medium is on that really helps you catch more fish as a result there. Also, guys, thank you very much, man, for everybody that's taken time to subscribe here to Advanced Bass Fishing. Appreciate that. Everybody that's been using all the links I put in the description, to support the channel, much appreciated. And also, guys, anybody interested in booking a private on-the-water lesson with me, just go to my Facebook page, Intuitive Angling with Randy Blaukat, and shoot me a private message for the details there for my on-the-water educational lessons. And appreciate you guys enduring the plugs every day. I know it probably gets tiring to some of you guys. But beautiful evening out here, man. Southwest Missouri. I'm out here doing a little landscaping out in the yard here. Wanted to knock out today's video. And one of the things that I can tell you, because I've been on all ends of the spectrum, I've had periods in my life where I've had too much tackle and not enough tackle and everything in between. And there's sort of a direct correlation into your fishing success about how much you have. Now, here is the most important lesson that I ever learned in fishing. About, I guess it's been about 6 years ago now, I decided that I wanted to simplify my fishing and I wanted to run an aluminum rig. So I think it was in the 2020 season or maybe something like that. I got a Ranger 198 aluminum, which was a small aluminum boat. And I was going to fish the Bassmaster Open circuit with the aluminum boat. I was tired of the big boats and the big motors and the rat race about spending $100,000 on a boat. So I bought a used Ranger aluminum for $19,000, fishing the Bassmaster Opens out of it. So in this particular boat, it's like I was forced to downsize because that Ranger 198, it doesn't have hardly any dry storage in it. I mean, that's probably the biggest drawback on that boat. You can't hardly put nothing in it. So I had to downsize my tackle unbelievable. Instead of like carrying a whole box of square bill crankbaits, I had to pick out 3 or 4 square bill crankbaits I thought was going to work, put them in part of a box, and then if I had some jerk baits, I couldn't bring all my jerk bait boxes, so I had to pick out 2 or 3 jerk baits and put them in the same box. So I had to downsize my tackle tremendously, and the same with the rods. It's like the rod storage would only hold like 8 rods. So I could only bring at the very most 8 rods with me to the tournament. So my tackle had the amount of tackle that I carried going into that season of the Bassmaster Opens was over 50% less than what I normally was. I normally would carry 15 or 16 rods in the rod locker. I'd have all the dry storage of stuff with boxes. So I had to cut back unbelievable. I had to cut back so much, I didn't have room to put my soft plastics anywhere. I had like a duffel bag I just put in the floor of the boat every tournament for my soft plastics. So anyway, to make a long story short, I started out the Bassmaster Open season, which is a very competitive circuit, guys. There were over 200 anglers in every tournament that we fished. And halfway through the season, I was in second place in the Angler of the Year, the point standings. I should have been leading Angler of the Year, but I had lost a bunch of fish. But anyway, I'm sitting in second place halfway through the season, in really good position to qualify for the elites. So about midway through the half season, I got a sponsorship deal with Skeeter Boats. So I transitioned into a Skeeter out of that Ranger aluminum, and now I had a big boat. I had a ton of dry storage in it. I could put a ton of tackle in it. I could put 25 rods in it, and I did. I stuffed it full of tackle. And the second half of the season, I fell on my butt. And I look back at it, and I think that's a direct result of having too many options. It's like when I was in the aluminum boat, I didn't have a lot of options. I had to bear down. I had to pick out a couple techniques and look for that type of water with the techniques I was fishing. Plus, I didn't have the range. I only had 150 horsepower. I had half the gas. And having those options, having too much stuff to do and too many options actually wound up hurting me. So here's one thing that I have found out in my own fishing. You're going to catch more fish, and I'm convinced of this, if you simplify your tackle selection. Just when you go to a lake, try to determine what you think is going to work there in that particular situation, and just look for that type of water. Don't spend your time digging through 100 different baits out there. Focus on finding the fish and, you know, paying attention to the other nuances. Put your energy into other areas except for constantly switching out baits. I think it's going to help out. And you know, I know there's some times that you may need, say for example, you may need a bigger spinnerbait blade. Maybe you get into an area where, you know, the water is dirtier than what you thought it was, and you need a number 7 blade instead of a number 4. You can't do everything, but you can at least, you know, take what you think is going to work. So I think in a lot of the situations here, there's a lot of guys out there, they have 20, 25 rods in their rod locker, and they got every storage compartment packed with tackle. And I just think that it sort of clutters your mind a little bit. So one good piece of advice I want to give everybody is just try to downsize your equipment. I think the ideal amount of rods to carry with you guys in a boat is like 6. Like 6 rods. Have 3 or 4 tackle boxes, you know, with your hard baits in it, and have a couple boxes with your soft plastics, and just go out and look for the fish, man. Don't worry about the bait so much. Take what you need, the basics. Definitely think it may help you guys out. So anyway, hope it helped you guys catch some more. We'll talk later.